In this video, let us discuss some important questions in our production planning control. The first question in our unit 1 is our functions of production planning and control. So, regarding this functions of production planning control, there are three basic steps. The one is that pre-planning, the second one planning, and third one is controlling. Pre-planning is nothing but whatever the plan which we take before the manufacturing operation or organizing the work is called as pre-planning. That is, we select the design of a product according to the customer's requirement. We just make analyzation of requirement of the customers or marketing requirements, marketing developments. According to that, we design our product. And then finally, form a layout which consists the flow of the work and for whatever initial cost that we have to invest for these designs. All these comes under this pre-planning. The next one is planning. In this planning sheet, we decide about men, materials and equipments. So workers requirements, materials requirement and machine requirement, all these are planned in this planning stage. Not only that the way the work should be done, when the work should be done, and the work estimation, all these are planned in this planning stage. And finally, in our control, we plan regarding dispatching the product, inspection, that is checking the quality of the product, finding the errors in the product, evaluating the operations, analyzing the reports. All these steps are done in this controlling process. Not only that, according to the feedback given in this controlling stage, we just remodule the work or improve the further process. So these are the basic steps in our functions of production planning and control. The next one is a relationship between production planning and production control. In our production planning, we just plan our work, then route the work, finally schedule and then load. Under this planning, we just plan all the designs, find out the materials requirements, work requirements, equipment, machines requirement, and then in our routing stage, we just find where the work should be done. And in our scheduling stage, we find when the work should be done. And finally, we allot the work to the workers according to the design. So these are some process comes under this planning stage. And regarding this controlling stage, we just control the work according to a plan. That is dispatching, how to dispatch with the produced products, and its quality is determined, and if there is any error in the that we find in our work during the inspection process, we just give a corrective measures for that work. According to the corrective measures, we just remodule or rework the works. So all this are done in this production control stage. So next one is that phases in our production planning and control. So we have three phases. The one is that planning phase, second one action phase, and third one is control phase. In our planning phase, it is again subdivided into two types. The one is that pre-planning and active planning. Pre-planning is nothing but the plan done before our production. So in this pre-planning stage, the work will be planned before our production process, before starting the production process. Next, not only that, we also plan to maintain the quality of the product. So action plan is nothing but implementing the plan, what all the plan we have decided. So all the plan should be implemented for the work process. This is called action phase. The third one is control phase. In this control phase, we just take the record of all the details, that is tool control, material control, quality control. So all these controls, we just make a note or take the record of all this control and then work accordingly, or we control the work of the production. So this is called the controlling phase. So next topic is break-even analysis. In this break-even analysis, the thing which we note down is that before starting any production, the cost investment that we are going to invest should be maintained such that how much cost we have to invest to gain the profit without any losses. So deciding that cost, volume of cost is known as break-even analysis. So next topic is nothing but break-even point. This break-even point is a point where we compare the total cost and the sales of total cost and profits. It is nothing but the point where there is no profit or no loss. Both are equal. So at this point is called as break even. So the cost or expenses and the revenue must be equal. The point which decides this expense and revenue is called break-even point. As I said, no profit, no loss. Both are maintained equally. So this is called break-even point. Let us see some assumption which we take during this break-even analysis. So the total cost, that is fixed cost or variable cost, this total cost is classified into two types, that is fixed cost or variable cost. This price cost should be assumed constant at all stages. The volume of sales and the production volume of production should be equal. There should not be any variations. So what are the production we produce should be as the requirement of the market or the sales which we are doing. So we must have a constant variable cost, increasing in a constant rate of increase in variable cost should be maintained. We should not evenly increase the cost of our product. Not only that, we have to make sure about the technologies in the marketing to improve our stages of work. And not only that, not only work efficiency, labor efficiency should also be maintained. The price of the product should be as per the standards. We should not gradually increase our product rate, so it might affect our marketing. So these are the some assumptions which we take in our break-even analysis. While before considering this break-even analysis concept, we have to take such assumptions.